Welcome back to the Yard Dad. Today I've got a sprinkler controller, a smart sprinkler controller, and we're going to jump right in here. It's the Imolaza Master Smart Sprinkler Controller. Mine does, I believe, up to 8 zones, and then they also have this outdoor enclosure if your old controller is located outside. So pretty cool stuff. I've really been looking forward to this. This comes with everything you need to mount it, and then of course this comes with everything as well. So let's go ahead and just jump right in here. So do not return the store. Okay, cool. 8 zone. We'll go over the user manual in just a second. And then we've got label stickers here. So you got your C for your common. And I'm just gonna show you real quick right here on my controller. You can see that, and also before you pull one of these things down, just be kind of careful of wasp nests because I had to take care of one earlier. It's still in there, but I took care of them. So good to go there, but they're usually in there. I've seen them quite a bit. Anyways, so I've got my green is my drip, remembered them by color, but that's what we'll be using these for, is to memorize, you know, like this one, zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4. And then on mine, the white wire, which I think it's usually white, is the common, the C right there. Also, the tools that I'll be using to install this is I'll be using a drill to mount the outdoor enclosure. And then I have a little level here. Apparently you can use your phone as well. So, you know. And then I also have a tester to test the voltage, just to show you. As you can see in there, and all up in there, nothing. Totally off. I turned it to the off position, of course, first from run to off, then unplugged it. But totally done with that. We're good there. And then I've got a hammer for when we put the 3 drywall anchors in. I think that's pretty much all you're gonna need. And I got a Sharpie because I believe that there will be a stencil or a template. Yeah. So here's the instructions. Right here, you got your connector functions. It's telling you what everything is. S1, S2. You got your connect zones 1 through 8. And then if you have a master valve or pump, which would be M on here. And then you've also got connect to the common terminal, zone common, sensor common, which is the white one. So got that. Very nice. Here's the mounting template. A paper template is provided for marking all anchor holes. You can follow the steps below, ensure the lower holes are level, and all that. Oh, I see they're in the corners. So it's 1, 2, 3, makes like a triangle. Awesome. And then here's the unit. Here's the smart controller, the smart sprinkler controller. Is it the best? I don't know. I think it is. It seems to have very, very good reviews. And I seem to be having some struggles here. Oh, there we go. All right. So looks like we've got our plug down here and some anchors and the 3 screws. So we got those right there. And then we've got our plug-in. Very nice. AC adapter class 2 power supply right there. Looks like we get a nice little screwdriver. Awesome. Always look forward to having another screwdriver. And that is everything that we got. So I see the 3 holes here. I'm looking at the back, just seeing what we're dealing with. The first thing I do, like I said, was unplug this. If it's hardwired, you're gonna have to turn the breaker off on the inside and then go from there. But super easy, just unplugged. We know that there's no electricity over here. So basically all I'm gonna do is I'm going to just take this off completely. And then, yeah, I'm gonna put on each one of these, I'm gonna mark them so that we know. And then I'm also gonna snap a picture too before I totally take this thing off so that I know for a fact that which colors go in order for my zones. And I only have a common, which is the white one right here, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 zones. One of my zones is actually set up for drip, which would be that green one. All right, so first things first on the instructions here is basically you want to test your old controller to make sure that it works. Obviously, you want to make sure as well that your Wi-Fi, more importantly, that your Wi-Fi will work wherever this is located. Mine does because I used to have the Wi-Fi connected to my old controller, but it never worked that great. So basically, we did that. So we're going to take a picture of the current wiring. So I'm going to do that right now. And then we're going to disconnect the old controller. We already did that. And then we'll remove the sprinkler wires. And I'll start labeling each one. And then we'll remove the old controller from the wall. That's pretty much what we're going to start off with right now. So I'll get that done. And then, yeah, looking good, super easy. Temp's nice today too. Yesterday it was like 95 degrees and I found the wasp's nest, not fun. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I did want to mention too that you, depending on what your controller looks like, mine has kind of big screws, so I brought a screwdriver out, a Phillips. I forgot to mention that you might want to have a screwdriver on hand as well. First thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna put the stickers on. Right here, that's our white. Our white one is our common. Man, I busted my finger again. So we got our common right there. Our next will be this guy right here. That's gonna be 1. Pulling these things straight out is gonna help you a lot too. So we got 1. Red is 2. There we go. It's really nice that they give these stickers. This blue one right here is 3. Yep, 3. Random wire here. And then my drip is 4, which is this green one. Now, I think the yellow one is the center, or it's just an extra zone that doesn't exist. Not totally sure on that. Let me know in the comments below if you know. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the common. Now we're good to get that wasp nest out. We'll start to unscrew. Now this Hunter, this controller, this thing worked fine for me. I've never had any problems with it, but the Wi-Fi is quite bad. And I paid for that Wi-Fi thing separately, and it slides in here. And yeah, each season it was just a hassle. So I usually just walk out here. It looks like I got another one up here. Looks like we'll just slip off. All right. That. So we got that totally taken off. Now, just because I don't know anything about this yellow wire, I just like testing stuff, just to be smart. And it looks like we almost had a triangle here and then they failed. They also failed at leveling this nice, which is quite funny. I did not install this. Real nice. All right, so good to go there. I'm taking my little mounting template, and I kind of already know where I want it, so I went ahead and did it, but I just marked it 3 spots, and then I made sure that this was level 2, but we're gonna check it once we put the box up. And we got the box right here, so basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pretty much line it up. I'm just gonna line my box up like this and just mark it. And 3. 1, 2, and 3. So when you're mounting the box, use the box to mark. Or you can use the paper, but just make sure that you flip it upside down if you're going to use that. But yeah, I think we're good. So we got our holes marked. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill, and I'm going to use a 3/16 drill bit. There we go. Got our 3. Making sure before I went all the way through on that. But there's those. Totally good, level, done with that part. Next, we're gonna take the controller right there, and then we're gonna take the face of it off. And then you'll see in here, there's actually there and there and there, you've got 3 holes where this will be mounted. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna pull all my wires up through first, and I'm gonna get the power cable ready to go as well. Yeah, this thing is very, very easy to install. I'm just gonna let that hang down. I'm gonna push it through up in here, pull it tight, push it through. If I want to, I can run this into there, but I'm good. Never had a problem. All right, so we got all that. I'm just gonna pull all my wires out here so they're in order. So you got your common, Got my 1, my 2, my 3, and my 4. And then this one, we're thinking that's rain sensor. So put that one off the side for now. There we go. Common 1, 2, 3, and 4, just so you can see it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna attach these. So all I'm doing now is I'm just following what this says. You wanna connect the wires counterclockwise, put a little pressure on it so the screw doesn't shoot out, and then slip the wire in and screw it clockwise to get them tight. So super easy. Just gonna do that real quick, and then we'll plug this in last, of course. So my C right here, and we got our 2, 3. Last but not least, we got the drip. Zone 4, good old zone 4. I think we got it. Find out. All right, so all of them are in there. Give a little tuggy tug. This one goes in the middle, right there. So we got everything. Looks like we're good. It's plugged in. Totally done there. I'm gonna put the cover, of course, back onto here. So you'll definitely wanna push all your wiring back so it can get in there. I think. So voila, totally installed, looking good, looking awesome. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download this Imolaza app, and I'm just gonna go to the app store, use this QR code, and then we'll get into the app, and then we'll see everything this thing's got. And I'm gonna plug it in real quick as well. All right, so right now I downloaded the app and did everything. I'm connecting my Wi-Fi through my phone, my home Wi-Fi, of course, and then it just said this, device added successfully. So I'll add my address in here real quick. Then one of the cool things is it looks like there's different areas or something that it's going off of, I'm assuming. So I'm gonna pick the closest one, click next, and then we'll set up zones. So we got zone 1. First, let's test the zone. So zone 1 is my backyard here. I'm just gonna keep it as zone 1 because I've always done that. And it looks as though you can take a picture. So I'll take a photo, which is quite cool. Get a nice photo. All right, that's pretty cool. So you can add photos of each zone, apply, and then next. Oh, this is cool. So it's telling us that cool season grass, warm season grass, shrubs, trees, annuals, perennials, vegetable garden, xeriscape, and other. Root zone depth, so cool season grass. Okay, that's pretty cool. Fixed spray head, mister, emitter. So it looks like you can do like different application rates, which is quite cool. And these ones are all on fixed spray heads, I believe. This is cool, so you can select your soil types as well. I've got, I'm gonna have to say, it'd be like a clay loam. I think I'll just go with clay. And then lots of sun. So this one's got lots of sun, and then slope type is flat, and then set the area for your zone. So you could put your square footage. That's pretty cool. That, and hopefully you can see this all right. All right, so allow depletion. When the soil water content drops below a certain threshold value, water can no longer be transported quickly enough towards the roots to be transferred. So allow depletion. I'm just gonna keep it at 50%, but I kind of run my sprinklers a little bit different. So I'll show you what I do. Finish, update. So it looks like we got to update some firmware real quick. I should have probably gone to the next zone, but we'll get this updated, then we'll go to the next zone. I'll just go through all of them now that you know how to do them. Yeah, so it's just updating, but I'm gonna let it do that. I'm gonna finish them all, and then we'll get that first zone on and check it out, make sure it works. And then, yeah, that was a very, very easy install. The only part I had a little bit of trouble with was the plastic, of course, flexing when I'm trying to put my screws in. So you'll kind of get that figured out depending on whether you got stucco, brick, whatever, but they give you plenty of screws to do that in for error. So if you break something or mess up anything, any of the plastic or anything like that, you should be good. They should have an extra screw as well for you. So we're good here. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and just set these up real quick through all of the my zones. I added all my zones, and then I disabled all the zones because remember, this one has up to 8. So make sure you disable the zones that you don't need. Now schedules popped up. So I'm going to add schedule, and then we'll go ahead and turn it on. And what I do for scheduling in the summertime, especially right now, because of this heat with my cool season, the number one thing that I do is I water at 5:45 a.m. Sorry, the sun is like right at me. I water at 5:45 a.m. for 3 minutes, and then again around 11:30 to 12 o'clock noon. I do the same thing, 3 minutes, and this is per zone. And then my drip, I don't do at noon. I only do in the morning. My drip is set at 5 minutes. And then I also, if it's hot enough in the afternoon, then I'll do one more well before the sun goes down, usually around like 6 or 7 p.m. I'll do one more 3-minute watering. If it doesn't need that much, then I'll do 1 minute, 60 seconds to 2 minutes, whatever. I won't be doing the full 3 before the sun goes down type of thing. I don't want to get a fungus or anything like that. But that's my schedule, and I keep doing that, especially in the front. I was watering a little bit more because I was seeding, but now I'm well on my way with that, so I'm not as worried about that. I just consistently get it wet throughout the day, and then that way it thinks that it's spring because it's cool season, and it stays super green, and it keeps growing too. So, get my schedule set up, and then let's make sure this thing works, and that'll be the end of the video. I just went ahead and I jumped into select the zones you want to run under quick run. So I've selected zone 1. I'm going to hit next, and I'm going to be going for 1 minute because I'm just testing it, and we're good. It's like 75 degrees Fahrenheit today. Yesterday it was 90, so we're good. Hit run. Oh, do I need to hit? Oh, I had to hit the play button. My bad. All right. So zone 1, it's working. Woo! It is windy right now. But yeah, we're good. Looking awesome. And still monitoring my spots over here too, with the pitchfork and the rollerator thing that we did. So I did not forget. Nothing yet. I am seeing a little bit of perennial ryegrass coming out on one of them, and it is the pitchfork one, but nothing else for anything else. Totally works. Totally works. AC unit scared me when I was trying to turn on the sprinklers. For the first time, that thing turned on. But all right, so what are my thoughts on this controller? Thing's got everything. It works. I didn't have any problems setting it up with the Wi-Fi or anything like that. Looking for something that's easy to install yourself and set it up, I'd highly recommend it for that. The directions were super clear. It included everything that you needed. They sent me the cover. I think that's optional, that's an extra thing, but they sent that to me, so that was great. Thank you for doing that. It's very powerful. It's a smart controller, so now I can monitor a lot of stuff. Check out their website and download their app too. If you get one of these, download the app first, make sure your Wi-Fi works before you mount it anywhere. And yeah, you should be good. And I cycled through everything. Everything works great. Didn't have any problems installing it. You saw what I used and everything. So I'm going to say that this is one of the best smart controllers on the market when it comes to installing from what I've seen so far. And then also I'll monitor it for about a week, and I'll do an update video later on, and I'll let you know what I think about it. And then I'll let you know what I think about it after a year of using it too, beginning of next season. But so far, so good. I mean, this thing's awesome. I no longer have to keep running to the side of my house or dealing with the Wi-Fi thing that did not work with the Hunter one. So the Imolaza, thank you for sending this out. I'll put the link down below in my description if you want to get one of these. And yeah, thanks for watching the Yard Dad. I hope you learned something today, and hopefully your grass is green, right? Keep on working on it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Front zone's definitely working, and so is the wind. And of course, this zone is working as well. And I tested the drip too. Look at how good that overseed's looking. Look at that.